Hi, Joe Palmer here. It's Wednesday, December 6th, and got back from my African safari trip late last night, so I'm going through some jet lag problems right now, but I wanted to pass on that I'm going to be doing a few videos concerning the trip. Things like, what photographic gear I took, and, how I overpacked and things like that. But the main purpose of this video is to just express my displeasure with Lufthansa Airlines. They used to be a great airline in my opinion, but on my way over there, flight left Chicago. There's no problems. I will say that I flew business class because I just can't take the cramped seats anymore, and this was a once-in-a-lifetime journey, so why not? And the crew, they were friendly enough. The service lacked a little, but, it is what it is, I guess, in this day and age. But landed at Frankfurt with no problem, and I had a 7-hour layover there, but fortunately I could go to the business class lounge and wait for my flight, which was supposed to have left at 10 o'clock at night, which would have been a Monday night. Well, anyway, there was about maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow in Frankfurt that day. Now, I will say that later on in the week they got a lot more snow, but I wasn't there, so it really didn't concern my flight. And we boarded the aircraft on time, thinking that we were going to take off at 10 o'clock. Well, at 10:15, 10:20, they were still loading cargo onto the plane, which made me a little suspect as to what's going on. And then at 10:30, the pilot came on and said, well, we're finally pushing off, but we're going to have to get in line to get de-iced before takeoff. And I said, okay, it's a good safety precaution. I don't know what the weather is outside, if there's a little bit of ice on the wings or not. So we got just to the end of the tarmac where we were supposed to get de-iced, and the pilot says, well, it's going to take anywhere from, 30 to 45 minutes to get de-iced, and the airport won't let them take off. So we're going to have to cancel this flight. Well, just as an aside, I Googled how long does it take to de-ice a 747, and it's less than 15 minutes. So there's something amiss there. So anyway, we're taxiing back to the gate, and the pilot says, well, somebody from Lufthansa is going to meet you when you get off the plane. They're going to have vouchers for your hotel. They're going to tell you where to go and all sorts of things. And I said, well, all right, hey, there's problems going on. They're going to help us out. We got off the plane, nobody there from Lufthansa. So following the herd mentality, we all walked through. I had to go through customs control, show everybody our passports, went through that into the lobby of the terminal. Nobody from Lufthansa. It's about now 11:30 at night. People are milling around, wondering what the heck's going to go on. Finally found somebody from Lufthansa, and we said, hey, what about these hotel vouchers? Well, come to find out, there was an event going on in Frankfurt. All the hotels around the airport are booked. Okay, the closest airport or the closest hotel could have gotten to is maybe around 10, 12 miles away. Well, those of us on the flight says, whoa, we're not going to go 12 miles to try to find an airport. And at that, Lufthansa said, well, we don't have a voucher, but all you got to do is pay for your hotel and then send us the bill. We'll reimburse you. We know how that goes, right? So then the next thing they say is, well, they're going to bring cots out for all of us to sleep on so we don't have to sleep in these convoluted positions or on chairs or on the floor, what have you. Well, you could go through that entire terminal in Frankfurt. There was not one cot available for anybody to sleep on. So then what happens when it comes to rebooking? They said, well, we're going to take care of all that. Just make sure you've got a cell phone that works, and we'll text you your rebooking. So about an hour went by, And sure enough, I got a message that said I was rebooked on the flight out the next night, or that night, at 10 o'clock, which was the original time I was going to leave. So, making a long story short, I went to Lufthansa as soon as the gates opened up, and I said, hey, you know, my luggage was supposed to go on to Botswana after we landed in Johannesburg on my connecting flight, but now that I no longer have a connecting flight, what am I going to do, and where's my luggage going to go? And they said, no, don't worry about it. Your luggage is going to be on the flight that's leaving tonight, and then when you get to Johannesburg, you're going to get your luggage transferred onto your connecting flight, and all is going to be good. I said, okay, fine. So we landed in Johannesburg, no problem. I had a 7-hour layover in Johannesburg, so I had a lot of time to walk around the terminal. But I went to the transfer tables saying, okay, here I am. I'm from Lufthansa. I'm supposed to fly on Airlink, but because the day before Lufthansa canceled the flight, I missed that flight. And I said, I'm ready to get on to the Airlink flight to take me to Botswana, right now. Whoa, guess what? Never had a ticket. Never had a boarding pass. Don't have a seat on Airlink. All their flights are full. Excuse me, so what am I supposed to do? Well, anyway, I got to say that the people in Johannesburg were excellent in trying to help me out, and they did. They got me a seat on this. Are you ready for this one? Air Botswana. And I said, well, hey, Air Botswana, the national airline of Botswana, it's got to be pretty good, right? I Googled it. They got 4 airplanes in their fleet. I said, oh my gosh. So anyway, I checked with Lufthansa, who was handling all this connection stuff, and I said, my luggage is going to be with me on this flight. No problem. It's going to be with you. So anyway, I got to say the Air Botswana flight, it was a little tricky coming in because there was a bad storm and that plane was vibrating. But I'm giving them every credit in the world. They did a great job. The pilot did a great job of getting us in, and all said and done, we landed. And they got the luggage off the plane, and I'm looking at the carousel. Now there were only like 14 people on the plane, so how much luggage was there? And I said, where's my suitcase? Well, it was not to be found. So the people from where I was going on the photo safari pangolin, and I'm going to do a video on them, but what great people. But anyway, so someone from Pangolin said, well, we'll find out what's going on with your luggage. We went to Air Botswana, come to find out, they didn't have the luggage on that flight. It came in on an Airlink flight. But guess what? Airlink was closed. It was 5 o'clock at night. They had no more flights coming in for the day. So lo and behold, they closed their office down. I'm without luggage. So anyway, got to the hotel. Pangolin, again, super people. They said, we'll check at the airport for you. Go out, do an activity, take some pictures of birds, get this all out of your mind, and we'll see what happens. So come the next day, and now I had lost 2 days on my trip, on my safari. So it came back, and lo and behold, they had my luggage, so all was in order. But at the end of the day, all I got to say is that, boy, did Lufthansa ever screw up my trip going in. So that's it for now. I guess, for all the problems, God willing, we landed safe. Everybody was safe on the flight. We did get our luggage back. And, at the end of the day, the trip turned out real well. So I'm going to be doing some other videos on that over the next few days. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Please stay safe. And God bless.